Okay. So now if you have just two random variables, xn and some n and xm, where n is one of the n's and m is one of the m's, that we have choose in this set of random variables one here and one somewhere else. That's all I am saying. Two random variables. How do they jointly behave? One description, first description is what is the mean value of each of the random variables. How do we define the mean value? This is the first moment of the random process, xn, pxn, xn, dxn. By definition. Okay. Now remember, see, there is n sitting here, there is also an n sitting here. So this would depend upon the value of n you have chosen. That means the random variable at 1 may not have the same mean value as the random variable chosen at 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. It depends upon where you have chosen this n in general. So this is the x depending upon n. So we normally write this as x of n bar. Sometimes also written as exn expectation of the random variable x, which is nothing but the mean. The other description is between two random variables. Individually we have already described. Maybe you can go on to general nth moment, kth moment of any random variable as equal nth order moment, kth moment, as defined by do you understand what this integral really means? This means you look at this product here. This x can take on any value from minus into plus infinity, but any given value of x will only occur with some probability, meaning thereby this value will only occur maybe 1 in 100 times. So you are giving a weightage to that particular value, and all the sum of those weightages equal to 1 because the probability density function is such that integral is equal to 1. So what you are trying to give is a kind of weighted average of this x of n, not just an average value, but a weighted average. The weight depending upon the probability of occurrence of that particular value. Are you with me? That is what the mean means. How do, if you give a set of numbers, how do you find mean? Average value. You just take all those numbers and divide by n, right? But here I am not doing that. What I am doing is I am taking each, multiplying the probability or a frequency of occurrence of this value, multiplying this such that the total, the overall average is equal to depend upon how frequently particular value is occurring or not occurring. If for example, if Pxn is 1 is a uniform value, then this is just normal average. If n number of them are there and probability of occurrence of each one of the number is same, which is 1 by n, so you will just get equal to the normal average value in nothing but the mean value. Okay? Here we are giving a probability description to the possibility of occurrence of this by multiplying it by this. Similarly here, there is only kth order function here that multiplied by probability of occurrence of that value of x. the second moment has some meaning, which is defined by we will see in a few minutes. I will, after we go through a bit more steps, and that this has something related to our power in the signal, in the random signal. So that's why there is some amount of significance to this second moment. The significance of this first moment, which is mean value, is nothing but the DC content of the value signal, random signal. We will couple that in a few minutes. This is about single random variable n, all this x, mean value, second moment, kth moment. Now when you have a family of random variables like this, I would like to know what is the joint relationship between this family of them. One is of course the global family description, which is the joint probability density of all possible x1, x2, x3, xn, which I said is very difficult to describe and make sure the description is correct. So limited description is to call the correlation R x m n, which is notationally expected value of xm into xn. Okay, two random variables. So how do they jointly behave? Complete description about the joint behavior of these two will be to give a probability density function corresponding to these two random variables. If I do not have this, there is a limited description of the random variable, two random variables, which is the expected value of Mn, which by definition same extension of that. I am integrating over both the random variables with multiplying it by xm into xn. This is called the correlation function. If m is equal to n, what does it become? That we are finding expected value of xn into xn square, which is same as this. But here we are now describing two different random variables. This is called a correlation function, and there is a function called covariance function, which is the expected value of what? Cmn expected value of xm minus x bar m into xn minus x bar n. I subtract the mean value and then find the correlation for the remainder. That is the covariance. If mean value is 0 for all values of m and n, then this is nothing but same as this. Because then it becomes 0, 0. So this is exactly same as the correlation function.